Good evening and welcome. I'm Bernice, and I'll be serving you today. What can I get for you? A drink? Some snacks? Oh, a little flames! Mocktails, exercise. The snacks are real nice. Sodas, sound mix dry. I'm lit, you can't deny. Wherever you want, wherever you need. So could you never, ever want to leave? Anything that you desire, set it on fire. I'll make you spend your pennies all away. That's my desire. You know I'm doing to what's left to say. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Mic is on. Okay, hello. Hello, welcome. Hello, Jesus, are you still here? The song is called Burning Desires. It's the trailer song for Bernice from ZZZ. Let me turn on some music while we chat. Where is my playlist? I'm very... Yeah, it's a good song. I love it so much. Let's turn on some music. There. Oh, this one's a banger too. I love this song. I used to have a widget that would like tell you what song I'm playing, but I haven't set it up in a while because I used that one for drawing streams, but I don't do drawing streams anymore. Okay. Hello everyone. I see 3 people are here. That is like a record for a while. I hope everyone has had a good day so far. I'm a bit absent-minded. I'm sorry about it. I don't know what is going on today. What are we going to do today? We're going to do Neuvillette's story quest, and I'm honestly really excited about it. I want to know more about Neuvillette. So I'm like doing stuff, sending out links. I'm gonna be hungry all day. I already warned everyone. I haven't eaten yet because lunch isn't ready. But also like my appetite went away when I actually saw what lunch is going to be, so we might as well just thug it out until I can make like an instant ramen or something. This is a good song. I forgot how much I like it. Okay, I'm gonna start Genshin. There wasn't anything like big this week. Last week I know I had this one already scheduled last week, but I forgot. Like I literally overslept like by an hour, and I was like, nah, I'm not in the mood to stream today. I've been having like a down phase recently. So yeah. I'm starting Genshin. Yeah, I don't. It's probably just like chemicals, brain chemicals. There's like nothing bad that really happened. Like I guess, yeah, people would like just be happy. Yeah, I guess it could be. I like my guinea pig died recently, but I mean I am sad about it, but it's not like I'm devastated for like weeks. But yeah. Yeah, he was old and we were like expecting it. I think he was 7 years old. Poor dog. Yeah, he was 7 years old and he was old, and I think he was already blind. And he wasn't doing very well for like the week before already. He wasn't eating much. Like he was eating, but not that much. And then he passed away, and I think it was pretty peaceful. Like he didn't struggle, he just like fell asleep and died. Yeah. But yeah, let's stop talking about depressing shit. Today we're doing Neuvillette's story quest. Hello Milo, welcome. Let's see if I have audio for Genshin. Yeah, no, it's still not fixed, and frame rate is falling. There is audio. Good, good. Yeah, I was. Hello, Foxy. Welcome. Yeah, I was gonna do the Abyss later, maybe. I like to brute force it for a whole day when it comes out, the new one. Yeah, no, he was just old. I took good care of him. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a bit hungry, but I'll live. Yeah. Chevrolet's build review. Okay, I'm gonna show Chevrolet then. She's not that good. I'm mostly just using her to farm friendship, but like she's mostly for healing, cause this team is, even though I have Lanyan on the team, it's still not enough because Lisa is very squishy. Here's the stats. We have the Desert Sages on her. It's not fully ascended, and we have 4-piece Song of Days Past, with the off-piece being General Ancient Helmets. I think, yeah, it's a pure HP build. It's mostly for heals. But it works. The team works.
The best rattan furniture is made from
okay.
strands that are smooth, thin, and
Let's unlock
strong like
Neuvillette's quest then. I'm honestly, I don't mind Lisa that much. She's a bit clunky and squishy, but I'm mostly playing her right now because I am farming friendship for her. I might as well, you know, build her. She's pretty decent actually. I just can't wait to have Chevrolet on friendship 10 so I can switch over to like a hyper
Paimon has so
what
many
the fuck is
questions about his
the
true
reaction
identity.
called?
Let's go talk to him and find out.
Hyper bloom. A hyper bloom theme, right? I had brain fart. Yeah, I don't mind Lisa anymore. I'm an adult now. She doesn't scare me anymore. Okay. Let's go meet Neuvillette. It's my favorite
Did I
Melusine!
hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's
Okay.
right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards. Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about? Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
I never used Lisa for the Oceanid. Like, as soon as I got Yanfei, I used her instead. And Diona. That was... Maybe I used Lisa sometimes. Paimon is... It gets better eventually. Like, Natlan hasn't been that bad with her voice. Starting a new
Thank you
job.
for your concern, but I currently have no such plans. Oh, Apologies, I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So real.
What is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
Okay.
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Neuvillette is very, like,
Thank you for
neurodivergent
understanding.
coded. I mean, it's
Then
because
I
he's
shall
literally
return
a
to my post for
dragon,
now.
but
Should anyone
still.
visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
bye, Siden. I will miss
Judging
you.
from
You're the
Sadine's
best
reaction,
Melusine
it
ever.
must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
It's probably because
Cannot
it's a
tell you
Melusine.
just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must
think
eliminate
so.
all
They are
risks in
pretty
advance.
much coded like that. In my opinion, like Zhongli has his moments too. Conflict of interest.
Come on, stop being so secretive. You still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I keep forgetting
must have
that
been
they are
amazing
French
to
people.
receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately,
Why?
they
Because she was a
wanted me to yield
Melusine?
more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life,
Oh
and
no!
Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Holy shit! That is grim. Like, these tiny little squishy thingies. A Melusine killed herself. Seems like they're using Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Fair.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I
Welcome back,
personally
Foxy.
took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the chief
I don't think
justice of
Fontaine is that
Why
warm.
would you be
Like,
an
I
outsider?
wear 3 layers every day too, like, when it's not
I
summer.
understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
The Hydro Dragon Sovereign. You're the
Even though
best
I was
one so
born
far.
with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons
Yeah, it is.
and
It's like
humans. Taking on the
If it's
role
like
of Chief
layered
Justice
enough,
does
you
not
can
make
like
me a
use
part
your
of
arm
this
as a
community.
pillow, and it's really
In fact,
soft, and I
the
love it.
status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in
Also,
Fontaine
that
for a
isn't
long
that
time.
many layers. It's
I
like
do not
an
belong here.
overcoat, a
That is
vest,
why I call myself an outsider.
probably
A fish
a
out of
dress
water.
shirt, and maybe an undershirt. That's fairly normal for like this kind of garment. Yeah. We're also outsiders to
We have
Fontaine.
nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around,
I'm not a
sure it will go
professional,
a
but
lot
thank you,
smoother.
Neuvillette.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
I'm worried about her. I love the Melusines. They're so squishy and tiny.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
I mean, he is literally the only one who
Feels
genuinely...
like he has a kind of skewed perspective
Yeah.
on a lot of things.
He
Anyway,
was here
let's catch up with him
first,
first.
technically. Remains of the past day.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon
Oh my
out of water
God.
suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using a more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
I hate how unoptimized the YouTube is for PC. It breaks? I don't know. It's fine for me. I can see everyone's messages. It takes a bit with like the latency, but I still see it. Yeah, he is very... He has the tism. Where is that? Down there? I'm not taking the elevator, hell no.
Full throttle! The weather's amazing today.
Oh, that's Kiara? Oh, she's so cute.
Kiara,
Little gummy bear.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
It just turns black if I go full screen.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, that's strange.
You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, Kiara. You're so
Thanks for the compliment.
cute.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from
By the
Sidine
way, is
that
the
you
volume
received a
good?
threatening letter.
Like, is the game not
A threatening
too
letter. Oh,
um
right. I remember
too
now.
quiet?
The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind?
Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter
Yeah, I'm
with
still
you?
catching up
I
too.
want you to
I have a
show
lot
me what
more
it
to catch
says.
up on.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Let's see.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
It's
A
insane.
simple threat.
Racism against Melusines.
Itself
Like,
reveals
look at
anything
them.
about
They're
the
just
writer's
tiny little
intentions.
babies. Are they concealing their identity on
We
purpose?
can't rule out that possibility. Once suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents.
It's not
Kiara,
required.
You should
I
come with
wouldn't
us.
have been able
It's safer
to
if you stay close by.
play the main story if it
Sure.
was.
I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is Paimon.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways.
The
for now.
Melusine is bigger
Please
than you,
take care of
Paimon.
Kiara.
We'll take you to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Oh,
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the
you're
corner
going
of the
through it,
very
Foxy.
beginning. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol?
I hope it's not lagging. I'm not getting any notifications that something is wrong.
400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Ah, okay. I mean, my internet isn't like the best either. Hello, Alof. Okay, that's good.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two?
Hello, Alof.
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're on a secret mission.
Alright, guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
I swear to God, Alof, if you're like actually evil and racist, I'm going to scream.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melusines have special eyes that can see things people can't.
Yeah.
Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melusines can see the residual stains
Oh damn,
for
you
some
can
time.
see like...
Pretty cool, huh?
Alright,
Okay.
alright. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month, and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well.
Hmm.
What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over
Is
there.
there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see and... Oh. Hi, Charlotte. This is like the worst outcome.
Why isn't he?
I would have rather it was a murderer.
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview
Oh
with him.
god, Charlotte, please! Can you, like, have another personality
I'm not the only
trait
one, you know.
other than I'm a
Everything we can is
journalist?
every
Please,
journalist's
I'm
dream.
begging.
But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of
Shut
course,
up.
I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
It's better if we kept the secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange,
I'm sorry to
would you tell me
everyone
what
who,
the
like,
threat letter is about?
likes
I
Charlotte,
swear
but
won't tell.
I just can't. She just really irks me on a personal level.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melusine?
My thoughts exactly.
Not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series.
While we're here,
Someone's
they
coming
probably
after
kidnapped
her.
Kiara.
I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melusines. So anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Bye.
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Yep. I hope she's still there and alive. Okay, she's still there. Oh, Clorande. Hello.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
Long time no see.
It's very pretty indeed.
Clorande, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
So you don't go to
Leave it to me.
Teoria.
You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
No, this is Teoria. I just remembered Love is Teori's
Let's go find
assistant. I'm so stupid. Dang, I'm actually stupid. That was embarrassing. Back to the Palais.
Try and stop me!
Motorcycle inside. Hello, Neuvillette. Sorry for the tire tracks on your rug.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
Yup.
We ran into Clorande. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, I guess
continue
we're
looking
reading
through the
now.
ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Oh, Risley! The defendant, Risley, has confessed his crimes and was declared guilty by Judex Neuvillette. Risley will be exiled to the fortress of Meropide while he will be serving his sentence. So this is like a teaser for Risley's quest, which we're doing next week, by the way. Next week, Monday, same time. For a long time. The bribery case. There has been a severe bribery scandal within the guards. Oh, okay. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. Suspects have confessed to their crimes. Okay. Council's proposal. The representative council has filed a request to collaborate with Marechaussee Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that Melusines can enhance the popularity of these events. The Marechaussee Phantom has yet to respond, however, it has not prohibited the Melusines from participating in such activities. Smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the Guard and Marechaussee Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for a list of names. Okay. And the Spina di Rosula. Calles, boss of the Spina di Rosula, was defeated in the duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Judex Neuvillette reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. Does any of this have anything to do with
Have
Kiara?
you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful.
Oh, right, Otto.
Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
He's been
I would
alive
love
for
to answer that
400
question,
years.
But the truth is, I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
Did you think it was?
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Break time. This is awkward.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really
Yeah.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like
Let's
to have
play
some
Uno.
drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh,
I know.
He's a fan of very fancy wines.
It's
He's
water.
the type of person who'd own an
It's
entire
literally just
winery.
water.
You know, like Diluc.
Diluc doesn't like wine though.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
It is water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
If Freya was here, I would bully her.
So it's just plain old water?
Yep, it's just
what
water.
did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
Well, why
This
you
water
sip
is
your
indeed
water,
very
I'm gonna
special.
sip my
It would
Pepsi.
not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fanta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said
Nestle.
water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village.
Why
Here is one of
Kondo?
their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
They are palm woods. Okay. Is there any
If I were to
difference?
comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch.
I mean,
Well,
water
you might call
does
the waters
taste
of Konda
differently
village
wherever you are
placid.
because of like the
Distinct
minerals that
differences
are in
exist
there.
between the waters
But
of
I
each
don't,
area.
I don't
You'll
believe for a
appreciate their
second that
intricacies once you
one
taste
could
them
taste like
carefully.
it warms the heart.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
It's water.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference.
So I'm not
I had to
ordinary?
do it anyway.
Thank you, Paimon.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
That could be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
It's because Fusselor asked, you know?
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Like?
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence,
Right.
I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly.
Is there anyone who can answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable
I mean, you
risk.
could go
True. Some of
and
them have
visit
very
the Dendro
unique
Dragon. I forgot her
personalities, too.
name. What was her
I have been holding
name?
on to these unanswered questions for a long time.
Shit, what was the
But there
Dendro
is
Dragon's
one thing I
name?
discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
A pep. It was a pep. Sorry, I forgot to listen. I was googling what the Dendro Dragon was called. I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Oh, Otto?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading
A
these
Pepsi?
documents? does he already?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lucine?
That's right.
Wow, okay,
The
whatever.
Fountain of Lucine is where
There's
all
only like
Fontaine's waters converge.
1,500,000
It is the
sources
vessel
of water in
countless memories
Fontaine,
and
but
emotions.
I guess.
If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
Because you don't have hydropowers, Paimon.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many
This
people
is
near
such
the Fountain of
a
Lucine
Hydro
during the
Dragon thing to say. Let's go to the Fountain of Lucine so I can feel the water and ask it who is threatening the Melusine or something.
Rev the engine!
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Yeah. Shut up, pleb.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
That was so inconsiderate. Like my sister came in to the room and then my dad like started yelling outside. That was weird. Anyway, not really.
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Bruv.
Oh, it's glowing!
So much about staying secret. As the Fountain of Lucine lights up, waves of dizziness washes over you. Oh my god, it's the sepia filter. We are now in the dust dimension. Oh shit, I have to read. Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Well, hello there, Ether. I'm still always so happy that I built Dendro Traveler because it makes my life so much easier. Oh, that's Carol! Carol?
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, how cutie pie!
The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help.
Aww.
Not
Okay.
only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
Aww.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless.
I'm so sad knowing that she
I never really
dies.
understood the purpose of my existence. Or
Yeah, it's
what
sepia.
I'm capable of contributing to this world.
It's a sepia
For almost
filter.
20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way.
Sure. Shoot.
I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did?
What? What does that even mean?
Many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the
The
head.
fuck?
And I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless
squid.
obstacles to overcome.
Okay.
Different identities and ways of
This
thinking all
squid
contribute
filter.
to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
Rude.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Oh, he's gonna be a piece of shit, I already know. Sad music. Is that him? Are you a piece of shit? Vautrin? No, it's Baderico.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh.
This makes me so sad.
Hello. I'm Carol. A Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please,
She is
calm
the
down.
guards.
I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Oh, I'm gonna be mad already. I already
Who knows
know.
where anyway?
I already know I'm gonna be
Can't believe
screaming by
Neuvillette
the end
allowed
of
them into
this.
the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know.
I'm already like
So
boiling
tell me,
inside. I'm trying
how
not
can
to like
you
start
guarantee
ranting.
that the Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently.
Racist piece of shit.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on
Stab her. Stab her.
Neuvillette's newly
Stab her.
reformed police force is
In the
already
neck,
corrupt to the
preferably.
core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Brother, you have a dog at home. Do you not?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those
I mean,
around
yeah,
you.
they are
There are
born from
countless negative
calamity.
rumors
They
about you
are
floating
the
around
children
in
of
Fontaine.
Elinus, but
It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort.
two species
try a
cannot
little
coexist.
Thank
Kill
you
your
for bailing
dog,
me out
I guess. Kick out your dog. You cannot coexist with
Okay,
it.
I won't
Stupid
be taking
bitch.
any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
You better not be a piece of shit, Vautrin, at the end of this. If I find out you're a piece of shit, I'm going to punch through my monitor. I have big feelings.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
What's rightfully
Are you
yours?
sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere, unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Murder?
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
I'm gonna throw up, like, genuinely.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Oh, Jesus.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards.
This is so sad, guys. I hate this game.
That is indeed something she'd do.
I'm so upset. I'm going to throw up.
Should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young.
Okay.
She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people.
This game cannot stop making me upset, like, in the best ways possible, but also in the worst.
Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes.
I don't like the placement of his badge.
Some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known.
I've never heard that before, pie-in-the-sky dream.
They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind.
Yeah, I think you should stab them in the neck too.
Can their debt be repaid?
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this?
Oh my god, he's going full Punisher. Okay.
I will take responsibility for everything.
I hope it was bloody. I hope they suffered. I'm a peaceful person, by the way. I don't like conflict. I know it sounds crazy with what I'm saying right now.
Did you know?
But I actually
You're hearing a major
love
case today,
peace.
and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
What?
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
I hate the people of Fontaine the most, honestly. I have said
false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
I've said it before, even though I like that some of these people have principles. I've said it before. The people of Fontaine are my least favorite because of how stupid and hypocritical they are. It takes like one thing that is outrageous enough to sway the entire public opinion. Like, you could say water is healthy for you. That's a fact, right? But then some bitch comes in and it's like, actually, fish piss into the water, so it's not good for you. And they're like, oh, she's right. The fish do piss into the water. Maybe water is poison, and then so on and on. So yeah, I hate them with a passion.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
No, I get it. It happens all the time.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yeah, he did murder those people. They were bad people, but it's still murder.
This all happened because of Carol's naive
And
ideas.
even though I don't always agree with how rigid the law is, it's hard because he did do a net positive for Fontaine by murdering all those people, and it applies to like the real world too. There is people who like murder rapists and take revenge for the innocents who are lost, or like the guy Luigi Mangione who shot the guy from the insurance. I think they are good people and they do benefit society with what they did. These are like desperate acts and emotional acts, but the law is still the law. Yeah, he did murder himself. He does deserve a punishment. Yeah, it's hard because it's like, do you hold up the law, or do you make exceptions for people who in essence did the right thing? Or yeah, it's hard.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
But it's also completely in character for Neuvillette, because Neuvillette doesn't, he's like, I know I said he's like coded neurodivergent, but like in essence he is written in a way where he doesn't completely understand the human psyche and the morality of humans. All he really knows, especially at this point, which is like, what, 20 years into his career, all he knows is the law, so he will hold it up, and he has done it for hundreds of years by now, so it's completely in his character. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't feel conflicted about it. He just executes the law. So I cannot blame him either. But I also cannot blame Vautrin for like resenting him for it. It's completely understandable from all points of views.
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well.
He does have a lot of empathy and emotion, so I can understand him. He's not like the cold piece of shit and metal that Navia thought he was before. He's definitely not that, but he also is very hell-bent on upholding the law. Even though the law can be faulty. But yeah. I also like to think about in this case, like, this is an extreme case in the real world. If there was a case like this, I think the courts, there is evidence for this, some courts would be more lenient, so it's not as extreme in the real world.
Wow, the Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
I mean,
It
this is
as
the
you
Hydro
said.
Dragon.
This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the Court of Fontaine to when you declared Vautrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. But that does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Are they though?
Paimon's starting to lose track.
Yeah, they are not that similar.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange.
Oh?
I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't
I think
be a
it's
shortcut
more
to finding the organization that
I feel like it's probably more
However, I
like
did find some resentment directed towards
racism.
Kiara.
Or
If
like
I remember correctly,
racism
it
at
seemed to be
worst,
related
at
to a
best it's
smuggling
personal.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Hello
I
Navia,
was
welcome
just about to
queen.
look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia, nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway,
With your
any
slutty
progress with the
boots.
investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen
It's
again.
because they were new
Let us head
and
back to
people
the
are
Palais.
afraid of new things, and I get it. And yeah. But it's still not right. I always try to have empathy for everyone.
People doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
It's good to know because Melusines are so innocent and they deserve to be protected, and it's good.
That's
Like,
exactly what I wanted
you
to say.
should treat them like vulnerable
We can't just stand by
people
and
of
watch.
the society.
Think about how much we
They're
owe them.
small and innocent
Now
and they
that they're in
don't.
danger, how can we just sit
They're
back
like
and do
children,
nothing?
basically.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Oh, they're
Have you had
protecting
dinner
her.
yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Oh.
Come on. Don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right. Let's go buy a cake or something.
No, I want cake. This is
You
mean.
shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now.
Chocolate cake.
If something
Yeah.
happened to them,
Or
I'd
maybe.
be haunted by regret for the rest of
I
my
don't
life.
like cheesecake, but a
That's more like
cheesecake
it.
would be
We
also
should
nice.
Stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you coward!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
This is cute.
Look, isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking.
I still don't get where they're getting the R from. It's Neuvillette. It's not
is truly
Neuvillette.
wonderful.
There's no R in there.
Wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Marmonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Palais Marmonia. I think this is almost over. I mean, it always takes a bit longer for me than the no commentary runs I look at for the duration, because I yap a lot. But we're like maybe like 20 more minutes before it's over.
Full throttle!
I might get a snack then, because I haven't eaten yet. The smuggling case there.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial.
Why not?
Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names.
SM is a cool name.
Sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Did we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us.
Hello,
He
Sedan.
said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did
Wow.
find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect.
Knowing her, she probably combed through the
I, too, am
entirety of
perplexed.
Slow
The
Sandra.
cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
She probably went there and like was like, okay, everyone, now write down your name, and then they were like cross-referenced the handwriting and stuff, and then he was like, aha, it's you, and then she drop-kicked them, and now they're unconscious. I'm sure that's what happened. Ignoring the fact that they just said that the suspect is chatting at the cafe. I'm gonna die. Okay. Great. I also missed.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people!
Ew, poor
Are you
people.
Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Poor people
Invite
up
them
in the
over.
sun. Ew.
Now, I heard there's
The
great
average
coffee
Fontaine
here, and so
citizen.
I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
Uh-huh.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
She did dropkick them.
Off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
Oh my god, he's about to piss his pants.
Your Essin?
Yes, monsieur Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Okay, whose orders? Spit it
Orders
out.
from whom?
Domenico, he was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Isn't he in...
Domenico. Where is he now?
Is he in prison?
The fortress of Meropide.
Yeah, he is in prison.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place.
I mean,
You'll
Risley.
have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
What's he gonna
Leave the formalities for
achieve
later.
by
You
having
should find Domenico first.
them threaten her?
He is the one setting up the conspiracy. It'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Weirdo ass. I haven't been in the fortress for so long. it's my least favorite place in Fontaine. Risley! Putting my hair behind my ear. Hey, King.
Welcome to the Fortress
Sorry,
of
Duke.
Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Hello.
Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Dang, now I'm so jealous. I want snacks.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Ow.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melusines, is he?
He
To be
sounds
honest,
like a
Domenico
pathetic
doesn't seem
little
like much of a
bitch.
conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melusine?
Sigewin! Hi!
Sigewin!
A Melusine named Chiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here.
Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Risley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something
Like a
really
date.
important.
Ooh.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
I love you, Sigewin, you creepy little munchkin.
There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
I don't remember where to go. Here, okay. I'm so glad we're no longer in prison. Hello, pink hair. Intrepid Valberry. So you're from Mondstadt, are you not? I think it's wild how there's like so many different people in French prison. Like, what do you mean there is a Russian soldier in French prison? Just like that. I think that would be like a diplomatic issue.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway.
Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, everyone hydrate. My water's over there.
Typical season.
Okay, hydrate.
Concerned about everyone's health as always.
Hydrate. Remember everyone, Pepsi is not hydration.
Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by
You
earlier.
noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize
Me
they were
neither,
wearing
Paimon.
them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're back in the fucking building again.
Rev the engines!
Are you also criminal Valberry? I hope not. No, okay. Gord. Hello, Gord.
Anything you need?
Badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's the Mutual Aid Network?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Huh. Sus. Miller, French.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
It sounds like a cult. Help each other, do all you can for justice, do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join it, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meropide, face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together. Okay, it doesn't sound too bad.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Book. Hello, Oriole?
You two look kind of familiar.
The badge you're wearing?
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those.
Oh my
medals for
god!
myself, though.
Are you like
the first president of our network was an amazing person.
the guy whose name I already
He
forgot?
never used his strength
The one
against
who
anyone.
murdered all those
He encouraged the
stupid
weaker
bitches.
criminals to stick together and look out for each other.
Mm.
All of us have a lot of respect for him.
What was his name?
Let's head back and talk to
Something
Neuvillette.
with a V. Hello, Neuvillette. I found something cool.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remains should belong to Vautran.
Oh. So the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found
That was
Domenico.
quick.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
I swear to God, if he has a badge, I'm going to personally gut him.
Try and stop me!
We can test how good my weaker build is on him personally. Oh, where is the... I hate this place there. Well.
Allow me to introduce this.
Okay, he
fine
does not have a
gentleman,
badge.
Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meropide has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
You're hopeless.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meropide was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette,
So that was it?
you
That's
were
not
concerned
it.
that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melusines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
400 years ago?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think you're
400
overreacting a
years
bit.
ago, you and the Melusines you brought
It
to
does
Fontaine
seem
were
like
the outliers in society.
it seems like back then it was
But in the
completely
present
natural
day,
for something to
if
for this
someone
to
were to threaten
happen.
the safety
But by
of the
now
Melusines,
everything is like
people wouldn't
okay,
just sit back and do
basically.
nothing. I
Like
trust
you
that they
saw
would
how
make
they
different
treated the
choices from
Melusines
before.
now. Oh, I'm so hungry. My stomach.
Melusines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melusines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melusines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost
Undertale is
500
a
years, you've conducted
hero.
every trial with
Wait,
impartiality.
99, what does that mean?
You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about
Oh,
you,
discount.
and even consider you a symbol of the law.
So what, it's like 3 cents or
Right
something?
now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole
Wow.
nation.
Paimon gets it now.
Wow, okay.
I know I wanted to join forces
Wild.
with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wish
People
to
love
investigate
you,
something on your
honestly.
own, many would take the
If they
initiative
don't,
to
they
lend
at
you a
least
hand.
respect you.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meropide. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette? I don't think he
During
hates
his
him.
trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment.
Yeah, it was probably...
And I believe
he probably reflected on his actions and his feelings.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the
Oh, that
fence,
makes sense, yeah.
Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
It does show that he is
That's all
not
from me.
corrupt at all.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
He
Now's
would
your
even
chance.
sentence his own friend.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Let's head back.
Please, take care.
Bye-bye, Raisley. We're gonna see each other next week. Let's go on a walk, I
That
guess.
trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief,
It's about to
fear,
rain.
and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said.
I already forgot what he said.
Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes
Yeah,
an
right.
impact
That
on
was it.
Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
Let me think, man. Oh
What
my
I
god.
really
Oh
think
my god,
is
he's talking.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydro Dragon Sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then, perhaps the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself.
All of these characters need a therapist, so Mizuki is like swimming in work.
But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
Hug the dragon! He's crying! Poor man. Pookie.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
He's so sad.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Oh, I'm gonna cry! Shut the fuck up! I'm just like him for real, for real.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Was that Seymour?
Fortress of Meropide.
Hi,
It's a good
Zaddy.
place for me.
Hi, Shijuin. Oh man.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
I'm getting choked
You
up.
will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing.
Shut up,
And
Focalor.
one
You're
day,
not welcome
when
here
you have
anymore.
dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past. Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Sobbing. Don't cry, baby. Pose, diva pose. That was a nice cutscene. I enjoyed that. I was just about to say, I swear to God, if we end this quest for Charlotte again, I'm
Is the matter
going
resolved?
to hurt someone.
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her, Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh my god.
Would you be interested?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Return to the Palais. I'm already thinking about what to say at the end, so sorry for being a bit quieter. I need to think of something to yap about. Hello, Kiara. Ah, she's eepy. She's sleeping standing up.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Sobbing. Like genuinely, I'm tearing up because it's so cute. His like relationship to the Melusines, I love it so much.
I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
Bye, Kiara.
See you next time.
Have fun with Alov. Wow. Let's switch over to just chatting. I'm gonna turn on music in a second so we can chat. Desk audio there. On it, wow. That was a quest. Yes, it was a good quest. I really enjoyed that. I was already very interested in Neuvillette as a character. Like, he is very interesting, not just because he's a Hydro Dragon, because of also his like job and how he carries himself. He's a very interesting character. So I really enjoyed seeing like the past and how he feels about himself in the society they live in. I enjoy really like political quests too, so that was a treat. Honestly, I don't think I have a lot to say because I already talked about a lot during the quest about like his character, like my read of his character, of him being like sometimes too lawful for his own good, but like it's who he is, and you can't fault him for it. And even though he feels like an outsider in Fontaine, he is ultimately like what Linny said. He is the ultimate sign or like symbol of justice. Sorry. And the people really look up to him and they respect him. And I liked how they pulled a parallel to the Melusines. Like, as long as people respect Neuvillette as the Udex, but also as a person who's a principled person, the Melusines are also respected and protected because people trust his judgment about them. So that's nice. I enjoyed that. What else? Nothing else really. I think I'm looking forward to like more quests with him, and maybe like an act 2. It would be awesome if he had an act 2. I love to see these characters grow. Like, my favorite arc in this is still Xiao's, how he opens up, but I also would love to see how Neuvillette will become in the future. I would love to see him become more confident in his role. Like, he is already a confident person, and he's principled, and he stands for the law. But I would love for him to be more confident in his role as a part of society. Yeah. That's about it. I don't have a lot more to talk about. I thought it was very emotional. It was a very good quest. Like, I would rate it like an 8.5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't perfect because there was some issues with pacing, and sometimes I didn't know where it was going. But it was a good, solid quest. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm about to go and eat something. I was thinking about maybe coming back later and streaming my attempt to brute force the abyss, but I'm not sure. I have some things to do. And if I did, it would probably be on Twitch, so anyone interested in that, you can find the link to my Twitch, I think, in the description. If not, I will check and edit in post. Yeah, we'll be here next week on Monday with Risley's quest, and keep an eye out for other schedulings. I tend to only like schedule 2 weeks ahead because I don't know how my schedule will be. But yeah, thanks everyone who came. I am on Twitch, yeah. I sometimes, I don't really stream on there because I do like variety streams on there that are like where I'm not too lazy to upload the VODs. But yeah, I do have Twitch. Yep. Okay, well, thanks everyone who came. Thanks Jesus. Thanks. I know Milo's not here anymore, but thank you Milo for coming. Thank you Foxy. I had a lot of fun today. It was a great quest, and I guess we're gonna see each other next week or later. Depends. Yep. Oh yeah. The usual, please check the description for the fundraisers I have in there. Yep. Okay, bye bye!